Everybody, welcome to Cedar Creek RC. John here. Big day, super excited. I got a box and it's going on SCX 10.3 base camp, and we're going to open it, put it together and get it put on, and next video you'll see what it is right away. It's gonna be pretty quick, but I'll get my camera flipped around and we will start putting this together. All right, everybody, I got the box opened, or the packaging opened. I got to see what's in this because I do not know. But this is what we got. The 1/10 Injora IR60 body. And I hope it's as cool as it looks, but it's a big box. And I'll show you why I chose the color that I chose in just a little bit. And do I leave this a mystery or do I just open it? Just open it. Oh, it's a keychain. Pretty cool. Sometimes when you order over so much, Injora will send you a little bit of a gift. But I've put some of the smaller ones together, but never one of the big ones. Make RC more fun. But I'm really happy they came out with another, with the 10 scale body. Oh, that looks good. That purple is nice. Of course, that's the body. We have the interior. We'll just take it out piece by piece. Mirrors. Body mount. Magnets. Looks like everything's labeled nice. Some cool stickers. I don't know if we'll use these. Don't use a lot of stickers, but I might put the IR60 ones on there. Got heads for the body. More mounts. The grill and the pieces for the back. And lastly, we have the bed frame. But we will see how this goes together. Looks like it has some hopefully decent instructions, and it's going on a base camp, so we'll use this kit down here. Man, I'm super stoked. This is gonna be I love it. We got our windshield. I wish it was a little more clear. I don't know if it has a, it does have a film on it, so I guess technically you could paint the inside of it, but I'm not gonna tint it. I'm just gonna leave it clear. So we'll have to remember to pull the film off of that before we do it. Give me a moment. I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna get everything kind of laid out that I'm gonna need. All right, I think we got everything laid out. I'm gonna try to keep the instructions in view, but it looks very similar to the, like the smaller scale kits. I think first off, it's calling for M3x10, and I love that they have labeled the screws, and you don't have to separate everything. That was one of my biggest complaints and issues that I've ever had with some of the kits. And it's not just Injora, it's a lot of the companies. They just throw all the screws in one big bag, and you have to sit and sort through and make sure everything is right. So it's super nice that these are already separated out. It could just be me though. I mean, I'm happy about it, so. But I feel like this kit is going to go together really well. Most of the Injora bodies I've put together have gone together really well. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to mount my camera when I start putting the chassis and stuff together. I have a feeling it's going to be a little more difficult than what I want to say, than what I want to do. Alright, we're going to move the M10s or M3x10s to the side. We need a couple of M12s by 3, M3x12s, not M12x3s. So this is going to go in here. Not 100% sure which way it goes. Alright, looks like from the pictures that the part that's bent up goes towards the top, and the part that's bent down goes towards the bottom. And I'm gonna look, I think I actually have so I didn't see one in here, and I don't see one on the packaging to mount a spare tire to this. And I'm just using a screwdriver because I don't want to over tighten these and strip out like the threads and everything. Like, you just want them snug. You don't want to put them in there too tight. I don't know, I can't tell you how excited I am that Injora has released a new 1/10 scale body. I don't know what clearances or anything we're gonna have with as far as wheels and tires and stuff go, but I'm not real worried about that right now. The next one's their M3x14. They're gonna go in this, and it has Injora written down here. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but that's gonna go towards the bottom, and I feel like it goes like this, and it's got little grooves on one side, so that's nice, so you can't really mess that up. I have put some of the smaller ones, first one I ever did, I put some stuff up together upside down. It was kind of a disaster, but I don't know. All right, so just leave the bottom one out so you can put your bedside on. That's what I was kind of concerned about. So right now we're just putting in the top screw. So we got those in. I'm just looking. Yeah, our other M3x14, they're going to be used to connect the body. These and your other M3x10 screws are going to screw the rest of your roll bar on. I mean, it's going together really well. So far, my only complaint that I have is that it doesn't have a spare tire mount that I've seen. Could be further on in the kit, but I'm hoping I have one that'll work. If not, it shouldn't be too hard to manufacture something. All right, that's that part. What's next? So we're gonna need a bunch of these, the M3x8s, to put the bedsides on. And like I said, your other M3x14s will go in the bottom hole to secure the bedsides. I'm probably going to go ahead and put the body accessories on before I put the bed onto the body. That way I'm not fighting with it so much. Hopefully only need 6 of these right now. Nope, I got the wrong ones. M3x8s. No, that's right. M3x8. M3x6 is for something else. I'm not sure what the something else is. I think that's to attach the body to the chassis. I wonder if they're going to come out with an SCX30 version of this. If they do, I guess I'm going to be buying another SCX30. It's a really nice looking body though. The hood on it is also like a flat black, so we're gonna set that off to the back. I might have to come back and detail the drivers out a little bit. Yeah, you can see nice flat black hood. Trying not to break the tabs off. Thinking maybe come back through as well and add some details in. And it's got reflective pieces for the mirrors as well, so that's kind of cool. We might put those on later. As of right now, we're just going to stick everything together. We might have to work around the mirrors a little bit, but I like the mirrors too. They are flexible rubber. Less chance of them breaking when you roll this thing upside down. Not saying that that's going to happen, but things do happen. do feel like the driver compartment could use a little more detail, but it'll be fine. It also says you can add some glue if you need to for the heads, and they are on little springs, so that's really cool. I mean, you could take these little bobbleheads and put some decals and paint those up as well. And I don't know, all right, give me a few minutes. I'm gonna have to drill out a couple little holes. All right, everybody, I got the heads mounted, and I went with just out the bobblehead look with the little springs. I might come back and adjust that later on, but I was having issues with the bobblehead part, so we're just gonna, so I just put the screw up underneath. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to go or not, but that's what we did. But we're not quite ready for that yet. We got the heads on. Got parts and pieces everywhere. I do kind of wish that there was 2 grills. But I mean, that's not a deal breaker. I'll put my mirrors over there. Check our magnets. They look like strong magnets. Oh, I like how it's recessed already. I'm just trying to keep and make sure I keep my magnets oriented in the right way. That way, when it comes time to mount the body, we don't run into issues mounting these. And the screws, the magnets for the screws for the magnets are in the magnet bag. And it's got some little washers in it, and I'm thinking if you have to, you can bring the magnets out some. All right, we'll go ahead and we're going to put the grill on. I said we're going to put the grill on. I'm going to take it off screen because I'm the best at videos. Looks like it's kind of a little finicky, but we got it in there. I don't know what size. I'm gonna have to look at my lights see what size they are, and these take an M3 by 8. I'm not sure, I haven't gotten as far as how, like the hood, not the hood, how the windshield and all that stuff mounts in. And I'm guessing the headlights are just like a 5mm headlight. We'll keep our magnets and our screws all magnetized together. I think we're fixing to run out of room. I was worried about happening. I can't get the wipers all the way in. I was trying to pull it through and I broke one of the little tabs on it. Alright, we'll mess with that later. I'll get it sorted out. I think these all use M3 by 6 to attach it. Yeah, these are all M3 by 6. 3, 5. We're gonna need 5 of those. Sorry about that. And you can run this without the bed, like the bed panels, if you want to run it like that. And they'll be, you can take the bed panels off without taking the whole body apart. It's just a few screws. So that'll make that a little bit easier anyways. This is a lot easier to work on than the smaller scale stuff. And just once it starts getting snug, you want to stop so you don't strip out all of your holes. All right, we need more M3x6 to put the windshield in, and the windshield is super clear. It just has, it's like most anything, like as far as Lexan goes, it has that clear film over it. It's not the clearest windshield, but it'll work. You just have to kind of work it around. And I have a little drill bit that I'm going to try and get the holes as close as I can. And right now you just want to put your top 2 screws in, because we still have to get the body in there, and I think the body is also gonna screw into these 2 little holes here. I don't even know if you can see me on camera. Got a couple little divots. I wonder if we can poke those out before. I'm gonna get a smaller drill bit though to poke those out. But if you'll look, you can see little divots in there. So I'm just gonna drill a little hole and try to get it as close to center as I can. It seems like it's some really good Lexan parts though. And I'm doing this so I'm not really going in just completely blind. And that is the body put together so far. I don't know how well it shows up. I'm really loving it so far. This is so cool. I'm so happy that they released this body. Now I'm gonna have to work on the windshield wipers. I'm just not. Happy with them. I might have to let my wife do that. She's more patient with that than I am. But all right, let me pause right here. I'm gonna get the stuff together to do the magnet mounts. And I'm also going to probably change the camera angle so I can get my SCX-10 III base camp up here, and we can work on this a little more. All right, I don't know if this is a better angle or a worse angle, and my 10 III isn't even down here. I don't know if we're gonna have to take, like, it's going on my base camp. I don't know how well it's gonna show up. But it looks like we have to put our magnets it's just got a couple little spots to put magnets. And then you'll use some M3 by 8mm screws to screw everything together. I have a feeling we're going to have to take body posts and stuff like that off, but that's all pretty easy stuff. This Injora, I'm going to put it facing forwards. I don't know if it really matters. Then your M3 by 8s are going to go on that. And this is your front body mount. And it does have a front bumper, so we're going to use that. I don't know if you can use any of the stock front bumpers. I don't know. I don't know what bumpers are going to be compatible with this. I'm sure somebody will come out with a video on it. And then your rear mount, you want this part facing forward with the little ridges if you're doing the SCX-10 III body. This is why I'm not good at making videos, because everything gets all awkward on me. And I just keep going. We don't do edits. I feel like this might have been a little easier without the bed panels on, but And I don't do edits because I try to show things in real time, see how everything goes. I don't want it to, you know, it's not going to be perfect. Things aren't going to go perfect all the time. Stuff is going to happen. Stuff is going to go wrong. And it has 0 instructions on how to mount it to the chassis. So let me get my body off the chassis and we will pick it up in just a minute. Alright, we're back. I was messing around with it. I didn't want to put it all on camera, what I was messing with. I know I just talked about doing things in real time, but I was getting very frustrated. But we're going to have to take off our sliders. And I'm hoping somebody makes some soon. I don't know how I'm going to run the electronics yet. I really don't want to cut up these sliders, but that might be something that we have to do, unfortunately, to make all the electronics work. You have to take off your front bumper. I don't know where I just set my front bumper. And of course you have to take off your rear bumper. I took off the body post. I put the body post pins back in. The reason I'm looking for my front bumper is because I want to check. It's probably right under my nose. All of the body mounting options. All right, we're back. I don't know if you're supposed to reuse, there's like a little angled part on the stock front bumper. Don't know if we're supposed to use that or not. Like, there's not a lot of info on mounting it to the body. I don't know if we're supposed to use some of these extra screws. Not really a lot of extra screws just laying around, so what we're going to do is go with what we have. Like on the one side with the panhard bar, you know, that's kind of a no-brainer. I really want to get my drill out right now. Also on the rear battery tray, so you're going to have to use a shorter battery probably. I brought these sides in as far as I possibly could. Definitely gonna need more screws. If you do have to use screws, just be very careful screwing them in. I'm really hoping somebody comes out with some sliders for this thing, because I'm really trying to figure out how I'm gonna do the electronics in this. It will not clear the stock electronics at all. I don't know. Fixing to flip this upside down, and we're going to probably pick up every screw that I have on the workbench. I don't know. We'll take off the battery tray. We'll see if we can leave the stock sliders and at least have it running. I'm gonna have to figure out where to mount the receiver, the ESC. Well, I guess we're gonna have to figure out where to mount the receiver box as well. I really hope somebody comes out with some sliders. But this is where a 2-in-1 system will come in handy, because that'll get rid of your ESC and make this a lot easier of an install. But for now, we're just going to see if we can the ESC servo tape stuff they use on here is excellent. Might have to trim the battery trace. Man, this is, yeah. Alright, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our interior out for now. Because I really want this thing running. We'll put our screws back in. We'll set our interior to the side. And we will try to figure out some sliders, because I can't run it like this anyways, because on my electronics this is not going down far. Alright, now I'm just getting frustrated. Like, I installed it how it says to install it, and it is not lining up. Alright, I'm going to workshop this and then I'll be right back, because I don't know if y'all want to watch me figure this out. Alright, we're back. I'm very frustrated. I got to find sliders, so we're going to have to come back to what we do when we figure out the whole electronics thing. It's just, you can't use your stock sliders. I'm pretty sure it says that. I had to, the front bumper is pushed all the way in as far as it'll go. Screws in the top, top hole here, I don't know if you can see it. I don't think you'll use the bottom hole, but that's pretty much the only way I could get it mounted. I don't know if we can undo wiring and make a tray that goes across the front. I don't know if the battery tray that comes off the I don't know. We need some kind of, it's just, I'm very frustrated with it. I like the way it's set up. I kind of like the system. but I feel like there can be more as far as getting the layout better. I really think this should have came with sliders. Because getting the electronics mounted in here is going to be a pain. But it's the RC car community. We can figure this all out. Like, even with the interior out and just stuff crammed on the inside, not super thrilled. Love the way it looks. But mounting it up is not going great. But I will do an update video. I'm going to work on this and keep working on it because I love the body. It matches my 18th and 24 scale bodies. Purple's a little different, but I think I'm getting frustrated, so I will come back to this and do an update once I get some more things figured out. But I appreciate you staying with me. Sorry for the long video. Sorry if it bored you to death. I'm really excited about this though. I really like the body. There's a few things that I would do different. Mainly, I would let it come with some sliders and other parts and pieces. And maybe somebody will come out with a lot better video, I'm sure they will, on how to mount everything up. But I'm stopping here. I'm going to continue to work on it and get it where I want it. And I appreciate everybody sticking with it. And like, comment, subscribe. Do all those things. And in the meantime, everybody stay safe and have a great day.